G'day guys, welcome to a new series on the channel. Today we're starting Farming Simulator 22 and we are going to be playing a start from scratch here, which is the hardest difficulty if you've never played Farming Sim before. This is a real challenge. The economy is tough, the prices are low, and we've already got massive debt with the bank. So let's select a map here. I don't have many maps installed from the mod hub just yet, just this one here, but I'm not going to play that today. I think we're going to play Haut-Beyleron, which is in the French countryside. And here's all the mods that I have available. I'm going to remove super strength though, because it's going to make gameplay a little bit more realistic to play without it. Kind of makes it a little bit, feels like cheating if I do use it. So let's get into it, let's get started. Okay, so character customization I'm not too bothered with. I've already kind of made a character in another Let's Play that I wasn't recording, so I'll just stick with that. I don't think it matters too much what we look like, but first job is going to be selecting a piece of land for us to buy. This is the starting position. If you were on easy, you would already own this plot of land here with this house, but we're probably not going to take that one. So we're going to probably need to start small field, and I reckon we're going to want to be looking at starting off doing grass work, because you get some good money in silage, which will mean we need to mow the grass, bale it, wrap the bales and sell the bales, and that's going to be our way into the rest of the work. So here we have contracts. So we've got ploughing and spraying. Not really ideal for us at this stage of the game. Our settings here, we're on hard, obviously. Traffic's on, season growth on, crop destruction on, periodic ploughing required on. Field stones I'm going to turn off because that is just a waste of time. If anybody wants to spend their time picking stones, then go for it. All the worker stuff off because they just waste your money. I prefer to buy my own product. So let's get back to looking for a piece of land. And we're going to have to turn grass on from the settings, because it always turns itself off. So let's just take a look. Got a few things turned off here for some reason. Probably from my other game save, which is all good. So now we've got a full map and we can see that there's a few unplanted fields. We definitely want something that's already pre-planted, which will save us a bit of cash, so we won't have to buy a planter and seed. Seed is very expensive. So looking around the map, we've only got £500,000 to spend, or euros, or dollars, whatever, it's all the same. So I'm thinking field 2, no, there's a lot of wasted land. Field, yeah, that looks like a good one. I'm going to buy that. 81,000, that is ideal, and hopefully that is going to prove to be quite good. Here we go, in the sale, 2 tractors, perfect. That is not too bad. I am happy to take a piece of that. We do want a front loader because we can't afford to get a forklift or anything right now. Good thing about Farming Sim, you can now put your own license plates on, which is cool. But I'm gonna have no number plates. So I'm happy with that. That's good luck that that has popped up in the sale immediately, because we were going to have to pay full price for a tractor. We're also going to need some implements. Definitely going to need a fertilizer spreader. Definitely going to need a mower. And the best mower setup for me is this here, the Pottinger. Front and rear. Gives us a good working width. Means we can get a lot done quite quickly. So we'll grab those straight away. And we're going to need other things like balers and bale wrappers, so let's have a look for baler. I do like a square baler if I've got the choice, but they are very expensive. These big balers, they don't come cheap. It's going to take up a large chunk of our cash, but I do like them because they're much easier to work with in terms of loading. Now this Pottinger isn't too bad either, and the difference between that and the Class is a little bit, but this one also wraps the bales, which will save us having to buy a bale wrapper, which is quite handy, so I will buy that. And as you can see, the money is disappearing quite quickly, but you know, you got to spend money to make money. And we're going to need a windrower. Now we could go small and we could go large. I mean, they're cheap enough. This Samaz, or whatever, how you'd say that, that is quite reasonable, 20,000. We'll take that. Would have been nice if it was in the sale, but not to worry. What else are we going to need? We're going to need a bale loader for sure. Our machine does round bales, I believe. Yeah, round bales, 180 centimeter. So we're going to want to take this one here. I think none of the other ones. Yeah, we'll take that. I think the other one is for square bales. No good to us. And we're also going to need, we'll grab a chainsaw in case there's any trees on our plot of land. They're only £1,000 to buy. What else? We need a front loader. We'll get this one, and we're probably going to need either a bale spike or a pallet fork. I think we'll start with the bale spike because we won't be moving many pallets for a little bit, so you are going to need to bear with us on the series because it's not going to be easy. We're going to be starting very slow, not slow by choice, but slow as in it's going to take us a long time to get out of the hole that we're in. And we'll grab a weight, we'll match it to the color of our tractor, which is good. And here we are at the shop, and we've got plenty of attachments, plenty of tools, just enough to get going. And we've got £87,000 left in the bank. So let's attach up and we'll start doing a few trips up to the farm. I won't bore you with all of the driving to and from. I'll maybe get a couple of things up there first, or maybe I'll do a trip or two, just figure out how to get there. Okay, so it's the road adjacent to the farm store and straight up to the top of the hill. Nice and easy. Let's get moving. Got a lot of stuff to do and it's still early in the day, but let's get up there and take a look at our field. So here's the inside view of the Massey Ferguson. Beautiful tractor. Just check left and no point checking right. Got a big screen in my way. That's why I tend to drive third person. It makes it a lot easier for me to drive, and as I drive mouse and keyboard, it also means that you don't see the steering wheel going crazy with little taps left and right. So here we are in a town centre, busy place, very nice place. Looks very old. The building's very rustic. And you've got a brand new Massey Ferguson cruising through town with a couple of mowers on it. So that's quite cool. Well, what a beautiful piece of land. This is, I'm quite looking forward to the series. Hopefully you'll bear with it. I know it's going to be a struggle. I don't want to get too repetitive throughout the beginning of the series because it's not going to be easy for us to make money. We're turning right here and we'll take down our stop sign. That's no worries. Nearly missed my turning there. no problem. Well, she looks like she's struggling a bit with the hill here, but she's a second-hand tractor. She's got 32 hours on the clock already. Not really a lot for a tractor though. I've seen heavy machinery with up to 10,000 hours on it and still operating quite fine as long as you service it. If we look at our bottom right there is the service bar. Yeah, we've got about 3/4 of it full. Maybe when we get to about a quarter or so, we should invest in servicing this vehicle, make sure she's running smoothly. She looks like she's lost a couple of horses over her time. That's not too bad. We're approaching our field, which is just up past the field, and there's something in the distance on the hill there which is kind of a landmark for us to know where we are. I don't know what that is. Looks like the Star Dome or something. Star Dome in the city that I live. So it's just up here. And do we have a house on our land? And I thought we had a grass field. Where is my grass? I was hoping to get started straight away. We have grass growing, but it's literally just been planted, so not ideal for us. It would have been nice if it was ready to harvest, but unfortunately not. So I don't know whose house this is, but we are going to use their terrace here as a little bit of a car park and a garage. We will drop off our mowers and we'll run back to the store and we'll grab ourselves a few more things and we'll come back and we'll see where the best place to store things is. I'm not going to buy any sheds just yet. We just can't afford it. So let's get ourselves back to the store and we'll pick up a few more implements. Well, it looks like there's plenty of room for improvement with the field. If we buy a plough, we could definitely extend our boundaries, which would give us a little bit more when it comes to planting grass and just getting more value for money out of what we've got. But we need to get back to the store. We'll do a few more runs and then I'll touch base with you soon. Well, here we are. Last trip from the store. We've got the windrower, we've got the front loader, the bell spike and the weight on the tractor. I've already brought up a couple of other things, the baler and the bale loader. Not really much else that we're going to need. This is pretty much everything we need to get started. And I'm just using this neighbouring land here as a kind of car park for my implements, because we own up to this little dirt track that we're sitting on now. So it's kind of just a case of waiting for our grass to grow. And if you look in the bottom right corner, we have 0% fertilized, so we're going to have to get ourselves a fertilized spreader, and we'll go with the smallest one here, which is the best value for money actually, because it's got a massive working width. So we'll purchase that, and we'll need some solid bag of fertilizer, nearly 2,000 pounds a bag. 2 of those, and that should last us a very long time for use on our field. So we'll get back to the store, we'll grab that, and we'll get back up here, we'll fertilize our land, and then we'll see where we need to go from there, I suppose. Well, we're back at the field now. We've got our fertilizer spreader, and we've got quite a bit of fertilizer inside the fertilizer spreader, which is good for us. So we need to fertilize our field, and this has a 42 meter work width, and we need to gauge roughly where that is in terms of where we're situated. And we've got to zoom out all the way. Yep, so we're actually fertilizing up to about that dirt track right now, which is great. It looks like we can do our field in 2 passes. Just hopefully that this little piece here is 42 meters. Might be just over. just got an annoying little strip there that we need to do ourselves. Let's not get hung up about that at the moment. But we can do this, and then we need to purchase ourselves a house, because we need somewhere that we can sleep, and we need to progress, and I don't want to have to put the speed of the time up to I think it goes up to like 360 or something. I don't want to have to do that. Our guy needs to sleep, so there's our first pass of fertilization done for our field, which is going to increase the yield, which will be good for us. That means more bales in terms of crop. So we'll go and park this thing up, and we'll dump the fertilizer spreader off at our friendly neighbor over here, who likes to keep his gates closed, but it's not going to stop us from using his space. Unfortunate for him, good for us. So we'll dump off the fertilizer spreader next to the mower. Right there, looks good. Just stop you from opening your door. And we'll turn our tractor off. Looks like our front bar and front weight kind of collide. So we need to remember to keep that up a little bit high. So we'll go into the construction, farmhouses, and we have one here for £20,000. Yeah, this bit of land looks a little bit steep, a little bit uneven to be putting a house on. It's not really ideal because it's kind of floating if we do that. But we do got a bit of flat land up here. I think this corner is probably ideal for us, close to the edge as possible. So let's leave that there. That leaves us with 38,000 in the bank. Would have mined a silo at some point, and we need to just make sure that our field is all good, doesn't need any ploughing or anything. Even though it's already got grass planted, I won't be ploughing it up and replanting it. So we are in the early stages of growth, but grass does have the quickest growth rate. And we got a loan, £200,000. That is absolutely mad money. I really don't know how we're going to repay that, but it's not that big of a deal right now. So let's just take a look at the seasons. Yeah, we can't plant anything. We don't even have the land for it. Silage is... okay, the price difference is actually not a whole lot. It's about 30, 40 pound difference. And really, as long as we're selling anywhere after August, it's going to be all good. Doesn't really matter. I'm not going to wait until it's £30 better off. I'd rather take the money. And I just want to change the currency here. We are in Europe, so we use the euro. It doesn't really matter if it's pounds, euros and dollars. It doesn't decrease your value. So let's run over here. As you can see, fertilized 50% on our field. Yield bonus. It's pretty good. And we've got ourselves a little caravan here, which is kind of floating, but we'll sleep. And we'll wake up and it'll be September. And we can put our second load of fertilizer down. Which means then we can leave our land and let it do its thing. And hopefully in October, it will be ready for us to harvest. And we have to check the sale every day, because we are being very frugal right now. We have absolutely no money. You think £37,000 might be a lot, but it really isn't. It can disappear so quickly. It only takes one piece of machinery and you're bankrupt again. So kind of need a backup of money, and we'll use the fertilizer spreader. And I do want to, hopefully I'll get this right one day. If that is 42 meters exactly, then that'll give us, it's just a little bit short. That's no problem though, we can always come back and just get these edges. But a quick fertilise here, and that's our land fully fertilised, and all we have to do then is wait for us to be able to do the mowing, the windrowing, the baling, the wrapping. And is that enough to get us to the edge? No, it's not quite enough. We'll turn around. No point coming back just for a couple of meters that we missed there. Just get over there a bit. I was too busy looking at my house there and didn't see that bale loader, but never mind. Good thing is that if you crash into stuff, it doesn't actually cause any damage to your own machinery. But 2 passes is absolutely perfect. We are getting through our fertilizer fairly quickly, but it's not too bad. We can easily make this last for a few harvests, because once you harvest you only have to fertilize 1 time. It's just that this is fresh planted and it needs fertilizing 2 times. But after we've done that, it just every time we harvest we just fertilize 1 more time, so that's going to save us a bit of money there. Now then, contracts. I think this is going to be the way for us to go. Fertilizing is big money. This is nearly £11,000 to fertilize field number 36, which looks like it's almost the biggest field on the map. Now we don't need to borrow the items. We'll accept and use our own spreader, because I think our spreader is pretty much just as good as the one they're offering, and we don't want to have to pay to hire machinery. So we should just buy ourselves a couple more bags of fert, and we'll go to the store, we'll pick that up, head on over to her field, and we'll get that fertilized, and we'll collect £10,000, and that won't be a bad day's work, to be honest. That's a very good hourly rate. So let's get ourselves down there, we'll load up and we'll head over to the field. So here we are, we're at the field, and we didn't go to the store just yet. We got a little bit in the tank. You know, we're nearly 50% full, so there's no point filling up just yet. Just got to try and line ourselves up. We'll get started, and when we run out, we're not too far away from the store, so we can just shoot over there and do our thing. We'll refill and we'll come back if needed, but it would be nice if this amount could well, see how far it gets us through the field. But yeah, it's not looking promising that we're going to be able to do it with what we have here, but I didn't want to refill and waste anything, so anything that we can leave here with is a bonus for us, and we'll take it back to our own field again. But we'll put this on a time lapse, and I'll see you at the other side. Well, there we go. We've done the majority of the field, and any moment now we should be getting a notification that the job has been complete. There we go, 97% complete. We don't have to finish the entire field. If we were playing on an easier setting, I would finish this field, but we have to be quite tight with what we're up to. So if we click up here, look, 11,000 almost. That's not too bad. We did refill the fertilizer spreader. There is still a couple more fertilizing contracts here, but I don't want to flood you with just fertilizing contracts in the first episode. So we've got our farm set up, we've done a contract, we made ourselves a little bit of money, our grass is growing, and we need to head back to our farm and we'll take what we've got in our fertilizer spreader home. So it wasn't too bad really. I mean, we got a long way to go. We need to start repaying our loan. It's not huge amounts of debt at the moment. It's 200,000, but each month it's only nearly £700 in bank debt. So as long as we're making more than 700 a month, we should be pretty sweet. So we're heading home after a pretty full-on day. We've well, actually it's not as full-on, it's a full-on episode, you know. We've got our land, we've got our tools, we've got our tractor, we've made a little bit of money, and we're going to go and park our tractor and our fertilizer spreader up back at our friendly neighbour's place again. Good job he's here. I do wonder if I own this piece of land and can sell this building, because that would really help us out in the long run. Maybe I'll take a look into that. But I'm not too sure if we can, so we'll just drop everything off here. We'll park it up for the day. It's still early. We could carry on, but I think that's enough for one episode. So we'll just check our field here. Well, we're 100% fertilized and we have a big yield bonus as well. So not too bad, we're ready to go. We just need to wait for it to be ready for harvest. So we'll go back to our house, we'll sleep it off, and we'll be ready for the next episode and the next day. So thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you're enjoying the episode. I hope you look forward to the rest of the series. I know I am. It's going to be a good challenge. So like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.